Kathleen Fisher. Kathleen is a proud member and president of Stittsville Toastmasters. She is also a member of the District 61 Public Relations team. Kathleen loves creating images that get attention and send a clear message. You've probably seen them on the district events page. Today, she hopes to educate and inspire you to create images that inspire your audience. So to help present Creating with Canva, please join me in welcoming Kathleen Fisher.
Thank you very much, Michael. Welcome to Creating with Canva. Canva is an amazing tool that will propel your business, your Toastmasters Club, or you into famedom. Okay, that might be stretching it a little bit, but you'll get engagement and interest in your posts wherever you post them. I have 3 objectives for this workshop. The first one is to educate and inspire you to use Canva or any other image making tool to create eye-catching graphics and generate interest in your digital marketing. The second one is to actually show you how to create images using Canva. And I want you to be able to use them with confidence. I want to instill the confidence in you that you can create an image that will be inspiring to your audience. And finally, I'd like to give you some tips on making a good image, something that will be eye-catching and not too busy, which often images are. Show of hands. How many people here actually know what Canva is? You got a few hands up there. I got a few shaking heads. Excellent. Fantastic. Does anybody use any other image making tools? And if you do, unmute yourself and just call them out. What do you use?
I use Pic Collage.
Pic Collage, okay.
It's free.
Free is
it's
awesome.
Easy. It's really simple to use. I like it.
Fantastic. Anybody else?
Sometimes it's PowerPoint.
An oldie but a goodie. Oh.
Snagit, S-N-A-G-G-I-T.
Oh, I have not. Oh, Snagit, as in like snagging a candy.
Incredible tool.
3-year-old.
Incredible tool.
I use VideoWise, video, and then EYSE, I believe is the spelling, and it makes videos.
Perhaps you could all put these in the chat because these are all tools that we can use to create great images. But today we're going to focus on Canva. I'm going to share my screen and begin. All right. Okay, Masterclass, learn to promote creating with Canva. So what is Canva? We use it to create Facebook graphics for any or other social media platforms. And the great thing about Canva is that it's very easy to use, and you can just one click of a button and you can do Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all kinds of different platforms. You can make presentations, business cards. You can even do animations, which is quite fun. It is a multifunctional tool that you can use to create amazing images. First, for me, it's at the bottom of the list, but Canva is free. There is a paid version called Canva Pro, but you don't actually need to do a a paid version to get great images. It's really easy to use. It can be a little overwhelming to start, but that's why you're here and I can help you with that. Start simple, because once you understand the complexities of Canva, the world is your oyster in image making. There's lots of little tools within the Canva tool to help you create a good image. It's very intuitive. You can resize. So if you want an image, all the images that you saw for this event, I created in Canva, and then I just resized them. So I had Facebook posts, Eventbrite, and I had Facebook events. You could also resize them to LinkedIn. It doesn't matter what size your image needs to be. You can find out the image dimensions, plug it in, it's done for you. The other great thing about Canva is that you can create a branding profile. You can plug things in, and we're going to go through that together so that you can learn how to do that. And you can download all your images. So once the images are done, they're not stuck in Canva, they're on your desktop or wherever you choose to put them. And again, it's free. Color palettes. Now, Canva is a tool that you have to use. This presentation, the formal part of it, is going to be actually fairly short. We are going to work together to actually make a couple of images. But in the meantime, you can get into the brand kit in Canva and then create color palettes. If you have a business and your colors are, say, navy blue, pink, and yellow, then you can put those hex colors, which are specific colors to your brand, and I will go into that, and you can plug it in. You can upload your own logo. Very easy to do. You can also create your own logo in Canva. Your brand info setup first makes things super easy for you. Get that set up and you just click, 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 it's all done. That way, as you are doing your images, you don't have to think about, oh, is that color quite right? Or, oh, what font did I use? It's all there. If you like to be creative and use different things all the time, that's great. But when you are in business, people will associate you with your brand, or they will associate your business with what the story is being told. And that's what Isa was talking about. You want to have a consistent look, and because it creates visual integrity. And clear messaging offers your clients or your Toastmaster members a positive visual experience. Oh, there's my cursor, sorry about that. I talked about fonts. I will show you how you can add fonts in, and you can upload fonts if they're not found in the fonts provided through Canva. Again, using the same fonts, you don't have to use the same images, but if the same fonts are throughout your images, through your profile, say on Facebook, then people will begin to associate that with you. Canva has so many things to play with. You get photos and grids and frames. The list is right there. We're going to play with this together and we're going to make a fun image. The elements of Canva really are your Canva creation station. We'll play. Alrighty, let's move on. Another thing you can do is you can upload your own images. So if you have a Facebook page or an Instagram about your dog and you've got 1,000 pictures of your dog, then you can use your dog for pictures. You can also use transparent logos, very good for Toastmasters because you can upload them from the Toastmasters website, and I'll show you where that is. And then I actually just learned this fairly recently. You can click on a button and pull your pictures from Facebook that you uploaded 3 years ago. All right, as I said, this is going to be short. So right now, let's create. This is my Canva page. It's canva.com, very simple. And as I said, we have a Toastmasters Canva page. I am fortunate enough with Toastmasters, the PR team, we have a pro account. It does afford us the ability to use more designs and a few more options, but really with a free account, it doesn't matter. You have a million options. Let's just start from the very top here. Okay, so you got your Canva, you got your home pages, which is where we are. Now let's start with the brand kit. Okay, so as you can see, we've already uploaded some pictures and some colors. All you have to do, this is so easy. You click on the plus sign. I've got something that's come up here automatically, and lo and behold, look, it's an image that I created and then I downloaded into my own file. All you do is press open, voila, it appears. Now, to get to, say, Toastmasters images, if you're not a Toastmaster and you've come to learn about your own business, all this applies. If you have images, then on your computer, then you can just upload them exactly the same. But for Toastmasters, you come to toastmastersinternational.org, I think, there we go. And then come on over here to resources. Okay, so brand manual. Sure, why not? I'll download the brand manual. Okay, so this is about 34 pages. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but what I did want to bring your attention to is pages 8 through 12. So I'm going to come to page 8. Here's your logos. For Toastmasters, there are certain dimensions and spacing that you need to adhere to when you bring in an image to your social media. We've got word marks. Lockups mean you've got your logo and your the web page underneath, or a slogan. These are the yes and no-nos, but really this is what I want to bring your attention to. Okay, so I'm going to bring this a little closer for those of us who need glasses. All right, hex numbers are very important to know. In your branding, once you figure out your palette that you like, and for Toastmasters, that is already set, there's a hex number, and it's right here. I'm going to highlight it. It's blue, so it doesn't really show up that well. Okay, so take that hex number, you notice it. So Toastmasters has this deep red, deep blue, gray, and then an accent color of a happy yellow. It's actually called happy yellow. So I've got that hex number. I'm going to Control C. I'm going to come over here. And all you do is you click down here. Now we've already uploaded them, but I'm going to plug that hex number. It's just down at the bottom. Command V to put it in. Not sure. I don't think I actually was able to. So it's 77432. I'm going to copy that again. Isn't it funny how sometimes 77432. It's funny how sometimes our things just don't work when we want them to. Okay, so hex numbers. When you see a hex number, you plug it in here. There we go. And it will pop up. So if you come into a color in Canva, which I will show you, there will always be a hex number associated with it, and you decide that's an awesome color. Then you plug it in and you can use that color at any time. It will be there when you click on your colors. I will get to that. These are all the Toastmasters colors. They've already been uploaded. Okay, what else did I want to show you with brand? Again, there's more logos. So the brand kit is a very good resource to use if you're setting up a Toastmasters Facebook page. I keep going back to Facebook because that's what we just talked about with Isa. All right. So in summary, you can upload photos, logos, and you can upload colors. Your fonts, I've already added this one in, but if you wanted to add in a font, the top here, this is your heading. You could change it to anything you like. Toastmasters uses Gotham or Myriad Pro. So if you wanted to change it, you could take it here, go to thin, it plugs it in. So when you're creating an image and you click on a heading, it will automatically use this particular font. Your subheadings, you can choose what you want, and so on. You can also upload your fonts down in this area here. So if there's something that Canva doesn't already have, you can upload it. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Up here in the right-hand corner is a create design. We're going to click on that. And you can't see Facebook post right there. So all you do is go FB or Facebook, you choose. We're going to do a Facebook post. Now, as we are transitioning into actually creating, are there any questions?
Yes, Kathleen, I have a question. We talked about the hex numbers for the colors in the Toastmasters site, but what about other colors from other places? How does a hex number get created? Like if I want to use an old photo that I'm using from Facebook, like how do I get a hex number from a personal photo?
That's a great question. Okay, let's actually address that right now. So coming on to the left-hand side of your create in Canva, there's a number of different elements that you can use. Let's just go to photo. Okay, and I'm gonna try and find something. Let's find something colorful. So up here, I'm gonna say I want to find a photo that's got yellow, because yellow is a bold color. Oh, look at that, that's yellow. But I want to, because of your question, Mira, I'm going to pick something with a couple of different colors. Okay, so I'm going to, if you really like this picture and you say, that's the perfect picture, I would really like to have that as my background. What you could is you could drag it up, but let's make that super easy. I use a Mac and a trackpad, so it's a double finger click, but you could do a right click. And down here at the bottom, it says set image as background. Okay, so it's done. That is now my background. Now I've clicked on it. You can see it's got a blue outline. So I know that the image that I'm concerned about is that background. Come up to the colors here and look down here. It says photo colors. So we've got the green of the plant, the black of the coffee, and keyboard, the different yellows, and it picks out the main ones. Now, if I click on this one, and
sorry, Kathleen, where did you click on colors earlier? You went a little quickly there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to figure out where did you click on colors before?
Okay, so all I did is I clicked on the image.
Right.
I come up to the sort of middle left.
Oh, that's where it is.
Background color.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I click on there.
Okay, that's where
and
it is.
that shows me here all the colors, well, not all, but a lot of the colors of the image itself. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, I don't want a new color. I want to click on, say, the yellow. I'm fearing that's going to change the whole thing. It is. Okay, now I didn't want to do that. Up here is a little back button. I fixed it. Magic. Now I'm just going to go here. So right now, I want this color. You know what, Mira? I'm going to have to get back to you on that. I am having either a brain fart or it's not cooperating with me. The hex colors are usually listed. I am going to find that out for you. And maybe, Michael, if you could make a note of that, I will. If I don't find out right now or in the next moment, I will get back to you and shoot you a quick message. All right. All right. So if you look, sorry,
Robert, if you hover over it, you scrolled over it, you've got the hex number right there.
Yes, that's what normally happens. So I'm over my photo colors and it's not doing that. But here, say in the Toastmasters colors, it does. So thank you for that. Underneath, can you see that? There's a little number.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your hex number. So I'm not exactly sure why it's not doing, maybe it doesn't do it in the photo colors, but see, if you were to choose a color here, it gives you the hex number. So if we decide, I don't like that background, let's do pink. There we go. So we always know that that particular color of pink is this hex number underneath. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so let's go to the left-hand side of the page. And I'm just gonna go line by line here. So templates, you have the option of doing all kinds of templates. Canva provides you a number of different suggestions. So if you wanted food, then there's a birthday. We've got summer, right? We're in Ottawa. Love, it's February. But say you, somebody shout out to me something that you would like to make a Facebook post on.
Open house.
What's that?
Open house.
Open house. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm gonna search here, open house. Look at that, an open house invitation. As I said, Canva is very intuitive. Okay, so are we doing an open beer bar or?
The answer is yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, but really, it's not really an open beer bar. It's gonna be an open wine bar. So they have a pre-done image and you say, it's not really wine, or pardon me, beer, it's wine. So all you have to do is just highlight and say wine. And it's not really on special because it's, you know, a friend thing or a Toastmasters event. Let's go. A Toastmasters wine bar. And then it's on Tuesday night, but it's not at 9, it's at 8. There we go. Now you say, don't really like that. It's not on brand. Wine bar, you come up here. So we've got our text color. And since we're doing a Toastmasters event here, I think I'll try that red. Well, that kind of blends in with the wood background. I don't really like the wood background. So you click on that and go to background down here. You could put in wine, see what happens. Nothing. Or you could go, somebody's tell me a color that you might enjoy. Sure, blue.
Let's go yellow for the sun. Oh,
I was going to
Yellow.
go burgundy for deep red wine, but we can go yellow.
and there you go, burgundy. See, Tanya, I'm not a wine drinker. I'm sorry.
I'll take your share.
All right, so we've changed the background. Now I'm skipping around a little bit more than I need to here. I apologize. I'm just gonna put this on brand and there we go. Okay, we've got our Toastmasters wine open bar Tuesday night at 8 p.m. onwards. I'll see you there. Okay, let's start from the top. We're gonna choose a template. Actually, we're gonna choose, we've already gone through templates. You understand that you can go through these. They are completely customizable. You say, yes, we're open. It's coming. But you don't like the colors. You come up here, see the blue? You say, I don't really like that blue. I like a different blue, but I don't know which one. So you type in blue up at the top and they will give you a variety of blues to choose from along with the hex colors. So if you find a blue that you love, you know that hex color, you can put it in your brand portal. All right, so let's just try that one. Voila, it changes. Don't love the yellow? I want, I don't know, red. Then you get a bunch of reds. Sure, let's pick this one. As I say, the templates are completely customizable. All you do is come around, you click and change at will. You can even change the lady into something else. All right, so I would like to start from scratch. I'm just gonna come back here. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna go back to create. I'm gonna do a Facebook post. There we go. Okay, you should have a blank image. All right. Okay, before we create, I just wanted to show you the uploads we already have. We have uploaded a number of things. There are a lot of people on our PR team, so we do a lot of things. I don't exactly know why Craig Sr. has his picture here, but I think it's kind of funny.
Okay, I'll tell you why, Kathleen.
Why?
That was when I was trying to create a banner for the competition for his article, and I wanted to put his face actually on that, and I was trying to do that. And that's why I was trying to cut it out and everything. So that's why Craig's there.
Well, I think it's funny, and it's a good picture too. Okay, so say we have an upload that we like. Let's choose this one. Now we can get rid of Craig here, or not. Here. So this is actually a great picture. And as I say, you can use this and just move it around to fit your screen. Or if you wanted to use the whole picture as your background, you can do that too. Come down, you double click or right click, set image as background, and there we go. It's your background. Okay, I'm going to detach the image from the background. Good stuff. And I decide I don't really like that. I've decided I don't want it. So because it's highlighted, I can just press delete and she's gone. I'm going to come to photos. And since I talked about dogs, let's do that. You got a picture of a dog. This is kind of fun. I'm going to set that as my background down here, set as background. And great. Now let's make this something that we might use. Come down, I'm on my left-hand side of my screen. I'm going to come down to text. I'm going to add a heading. So these here are your heading, your subheading, and body text. Heading just means it's bigger and bolder. Subheading is just a little smaller, but bolder. And then your text is text. It's very self-explanatory. Now they have some suggestions if you slide down that you could use. Say you decide, oh, well, pool party, that's kind of fun. But again, customizable. You could say, it's not a pool party, it's a dog party. But you don't really like that. You can change the color up here, or you don't really like the whole thing. So we get rid of it. We just press delete and oops. Sometimes you have to click outside and then click here and then you just delete it. Okay, so let's come back to text. We just scroll up. We add a heading. It's highlighted, so dog party. You can't really read it, so come up here and you can pick any font you want. You can come in here, up here, and you can, if you know a font that you like, then you can type it in. And I'm not quite sure why these have gone into French, but they have. This is actually display. So say we use Dingo Stamp. I don't know why it says that. And then this little thing here, you can use it to bring it up. Now, Canva is really good because it will tell you where it might best look, where you put your heading. I'm going to make this a little bigger. And then as I scroll over, you'll see that a box will appear, and that's to help you place your images and your words so that it appears in a place where your eye is going to naturally go. You need to have space around your words and your images because your brain needs to be able to read and process. You don't want too much clutter. Okay, so we've got our dog party on the go. I'm going to make it a little bigger, but now it's off center. And we can just slide it over. This line going down the middle, that says it's centered to the image. Now I think, well, what about the dog party? So you can add a subheading. At Izza's house.
Woohoo!
Right on. But now I've already got my fonts plugged in. That's got them. But again, we want to change our font. This is Open Sans, which I actually really like because it's very clean. But we're at a dog party, so it's not exactly going to be clean. Spit everywhere. All right. Let's come back. You can just slide down the fonts and find one you like. All right, let's try Calgary because I lived in Calgary. There we go. All righty, and then for your benefit, a little body text. It's a bring your own dog party with wine. There we go. Just like any other document, you can change it. You can bring it down. You can make it bigger by dragging, or if you prefer to make your font bigger, come up here, click on the font, or pardon me, the size, and choose your font size. So if we want to make it a lot bigger, we come to say, well, not a lot bigger. Sometimes it does that. Highlight it, and then make it bigger. Or you can just choose your font, 56. Whatever. Okay, are there any questions at this point? Am I going too fast? What would you like to see? Or do you just want to go to Izza's house for a dog party and wine?
How do you save it?
Kathleen, I actually see Minnie, she had her hand raised. Minnie,
Yes.
did you want to unmute and ask your question?
Yeah, I have a question. Basically, because my club is a bilingual club, so the thing is, which language should we put first, and then how do we put it? That's the question. And then second question is, do we need to put a logo every time when we're creating the events, like creating a Facebook page or something?
Facebook, and more people in the know here can certainly chime in, but with Facebook, this is a bit of creation here. You don't have to be logoed and fonts. If you're doing something about come to Toastmasters, I belong to Stittsville Toastmasters, love it. So a lot of our images are nothing to do with the branding of Toastmasters. It's engaging our audience on whatever it is we're wanting to talk about. We do try to stick to Toastmasters branding, especially in the Facebook header. That's always on brand. But when it comes to your invitations and your posts, I would suggest stick to a font selection that you like, and maybe use it throughout your posts. But the images can be quite creative. Canva is a tool that you can use to make things interesting. And that's the aim of this, is to make your audience take notice of you. Does that answer your question, Minnie?
Yeah, and then the second question is related to, basically for me, is like our club is the bilingual club, right? So we need to put in both languages.
Yes. Yeah, if I would suggest that you do, because you're catering to your audience.
I'll chime in too, Kathleen. Our Toastmasters has very, very specific guidelines, and as a VPPR, you do have access to the handbook and the branding of Toastmasters. And if you don't, you can always go on Toastmasters International to learn exactly the branding around it. This was part of TLI, so if you did attend, you will have knowledge around that. The moment you want to be creative, I would stick to your own club branding as opposed to anything or just in terms of a post. So that's my suggestion. And if you want to keep it English, French, you can create two of the same version. Sometimes that's what we do, right, Kathleen? That's what we did for this event as well. So you could do that. Try not to saturate your posts too much. So that's my 2 cents worth.
Yeah, and is this quite right? Is you don't want to have too much. This particular post that we've got our dog party at Iz's house, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Now, something that I would like to show you, there's a little delete button up here. We're going to get rid of that.
Wait, before you delete, how do you save it?
Well, yes, we got to save this so we don't lose it. We haven't got a time, so it's just dog party at Iz's house all the time. Come on up here. So dog party, let's change the name, party at Iz's. And then you can either download it. Okay, so PNG, you'll get a choice, PNG or JPEG. PNG has got great resolution. It is suggested to use it when you're using images for the online. And all you do is go download. And then it's going to, let's just see it comes down here. It will tell you when it's done. Okay, just bring this down. And I'm just gonna move this over to my HPL. And I just press enter. And then it's done.
Sorry, it didn't show how you did that. And I'm assuming HPL is in your template.
That's my personal. Did that not show up, guys?
No.
Oh.
No, it's stuck on you saved your design, continue editing, or go to your home page.
Oh, all right. Interesting. Oops, that's not what I want to show. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think it's because I have to share my other page. Okay. So when I pressed on download and it had that image that came up saying it's done, I get to choose where I put it because it's coming into my desktop. So you just choose, you can put it in your pictures, your downloads, wherever, and rename it if you wish, but it is on your desktop or your device.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay,
But earlier, and sorry, earlier you had templates of previous ones that you've done, or unless I missed.
Inherently, they're saved. They're
They're all, the templates over here, and when you go up at the top left, those are Canva created.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's billions of them. So if you say food Facebook post over here, you go to see all, you're gonna find a lot of food photos. So if you want to go to Lobster Fest, well, there's one for lobster. Okay.
Kathleen, if you wanted your one that you just created to be under templates, where would you save that? Like, or the ones that you, for instance, had created for Toastmasters?
Well, that's a great question because that brings me to saving. So for this image here, come up to the top left-hand corner to File. And I'm going to come down. Now, I have already created a folder for myself. Save to a folder. This is the PR team Canva account, so there's lots of us in here. So I just come to Kathleen, click on that, and I have a number of folders I've already created. Or I can just come back here and just save it, into Kathleen. So I come down here, press save, and it's done. And the nice thing about Canva is as you make changes, they're already saved. It's kind of like Google, the Google Drive. It's just automatically done, which is really nice. All right.
Kathleen, I have a question.
Yes.
Now, from what I'm seeing is that you're using your computer to do this, but can one use a tablet to do the same? Because I have an iPhone X and I know I've used Wix.com and I've had problems using my iPhone with Wix. It's limited, fewer features, so you're not really getting the full extent of the app. So here, is that similar or do you get actually the same benefits?
Oh, you get all the same benefits on your tablet and your phone. It's an app, and on my computer, I just log in. I do find personally, I don't really like using Canva on my phone because I need glasses and I find things are a little small, but that's me. and you just have to play with it. As I say, Canva is about experience, and you have to practice. This knowledge, I can click and make an image really quite quickly, but it's taken me a little while to be able to do that. But yes, doing it on your tablet, you just click on your app button and it pops open and it's all there. Super easy. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I do see, Richard, you have your hand raised if you wanted to ask a question.
Not a question. It's to inform people about copyright. I'm assuming that everything that's available here online with Canva is copyright free.
Yes.
And they provide it to you for free. However, when you do go to the branding, Toastmaster branding, the branding manual will tell you that this is copyrighted material and you must use it the way that they say, no other way.
That's right. That's why I brought your attention to the brand manual, because it is important that you follow the guidelines. And I will put the link in the chat in a moment. All right, one key thing in Canva that I want to cover is the elements. Over on my left-hand side here, we want to look at the elements. This is where your creation comes to life. You can do so many things with these. So say you wanted to, I'm going to get rid of some of this. I'm just going to delete everything because I want to play with this. Attach and then delete that. Okay, so let's start from scratch. Somebody shout out an element that you might like to add, say an arrow or a picture or just anything that might come to mind. Unmute yourself.
A trophy.
A trophy. Okay, cool.
Water background.
A what?
Like a watery background or a cloudy background.
Okay. That cloudy background's really easy, but let's start with trophy. Okay, so Richard, I think that was Richard. Proud Stittsville member. Anyway, so we got 100 different kinds of trophies with a person, some hands. There we go. But say you don't want one that's a drawn or like a little, like a drawing. Maybe you want to find one that's a real trophy. Come into photos. Type in trophy. Apparently my grade 9 typing is not working. There we go. All right, Richard, tell me when to stop.
All right.
I'm going to size it just by dragging. And then I'm going to put some text on this side. All right. But I actually, yes, I'm going to put some text. I'm just going to say, congratulations. Oops. Just click on it and congratulations. Okay. All right. I'm going to click on this. I'm just going to drag it up. There we go. Congratulations. Okay. And then I wanted to talk about the elements because there's a lot you can do here. Now, say I wanted to underline congratulations. I can take this up and then I can take these little dots and I can size it. Okay, so, and then if you see the little dots on the end of the S, that kind of tells you you have lined up your bottom line with your S. And again, if I pull this out, come in, there. I've lined it up with the S. Now this looks kind of funny. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to set this image as my background. And I'll just put this in the middle. We're not making the world's greatest image here. We're showing you interesting things. All right. So if you wanted to add a shape, and then or pardon me, a shape and put it down here. You could add in some text, say congratulations, slide this up using the little arrow here, just put it in the middle. See, it tells you exactly with those lines, exactly where the middle is. And then we're gonna say congratulations, Richard. Oops. Now, this image is not 100% awesome. I'm gonna say that right now. So let's make this actually awesome, okay? How's our time, Michael?
We have like 1 minute left.
Okay. Okay, let me summarize. Canva is a multifunctional tool. There is a ton you can do with it, and it takes practice. You need to play with it to understand it. The main thing is that you enjoy what you're doing and you create images that are inspiring and attention grabbing. So I'm going to make one super quick. I'm going to press on background. I'm going to put, oh, I like this one. All right. And I'm going to add some text to say thank you. I'm going to change the color of that text because the black is boring. I don't really want that because it will blend in. This is your image colors. I'm going to pick a color that I kind of like. There we go. I'm going to make it bigger. All right, I'm going to capitalize it. And then I'm going to add in an element of, say, a line underneath, change the color to match over here. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in this here, because I really wanted to show you this. This is a frame that you can add a picture to. And we're going to put a dog. Clearly, dogs are on my mind. All you do is you take this dog and you slide it on over into, oops, you have to play with it. There. There. It is not the world's greatest image, but it is an image in Canva that you could create, play with it, practice with it, and thank you for your time. If you have questions, I actually do know how to use Canva, and I would welcome your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Yay!
Kathleen. That was
Awesome,
fantastic.
awesome.
There is a lot to learn.
There is, but I think that was a phenomenal introduction. And I think you really demonstrated the ease of use and that a lot of dragging and dropping. And I agree with you. If it doesn't take the first time, once you drag a few times, it will take. It's just a matter of it casting. So thank you for a wonderful presentation.